Hello, it's Vanessa and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe at the end of the video, and if you're not new, welcome back. So today's video, I'm going to talk about my holiday that I've just been to. I've been to Majorca and it was good and all that, but I just felt like the people were just like rude, like so disrespectful, and I just felt like at the end of the trip, I was like, what? I was like, I ain't coming again. I will come again, but I just felt like they were just rude. And the thing about me, obviously, because I was born in Spain, I do speak Spanish, but I came in to Spain and I was speaking majority of the time, like 80%, I was speaking English. And the reason I was speaking English is because I feel comfortable with English. As when I'm in England, I speak English. I don't have nobody to speak Spanish to. So I kind of got used to the language, if you know what I mean. So when I got there, I spoke English. And obviously it's a famous tourist area. So everybody knows how to speak English. But I just feel like people in Spain are rude to tourists. I feel like they just don't like foreigners or other people coming to the country. Like, what the hell? And it all started with this. I went to the shop. I was my friend. We went to the shop and the shopkeeper, and we're speaking to the shopkeeper, passing out food. And my friend was like, oh, can I have the ensaimada? It's like a pastry with meat inside. And she was like, yeah. And she thought she'd forgotten. My friend, so she reminded again, don't forget about the ensaimada. And she goes, yeah, I've not forgotten. I'm just doing this first, and later I'll get the ensaimada for you. She was just like giving attitude, and I was just like, you know what I mean? She was giving attitude for no reason. And the thing that we just literally told her, don't forget about the pastry. Don't forget to put the pastry inside, the bag. And she was like, yeah, I've not forgotten. I'm just going to do this first and later I'll get that after. And I was like, the hell? She spoke English while because we're speaking English to her, and she obviously replied in English as well, but in a rudeness level. And I was like, what the hell? Like, it was just out of nowhere. We looked at each other and we're like, okay. It was just so rude. And later, what else? I went to the supermarket. I went on my own and I was starving for cold water. Like, you don't know how I was starving for cold water. But man, I don't drink water, which is really bad. But I was starving for cold water, and I asked one of the shop assistants, and it wasn't that I was struggling to get the words out, but I had to think a little bit, and I spoke Spanish to the person. Oh God, you had to see the dirtiest look ever. I was literally asking him in Spanish, do you sell cold water in here? This was his response. While he was listening to me, he was looking at me like this. No. And I was like, okay, like, what was the need of the dirty look? Like, what the hell? Like, have I got some on my face? Like, am I dressing appropriately? Like, did I speak to you with attitude? Why are you giving me a dirty look for? Like, oh God, it was just like, I just felt they were doing too much, not gonna lie. I did feel like he knew like I was a tourist, because obviously when I asked the question, I had to like think a little bit, and he was there giving me the dirty look. So yeah, and I was like, no. And lastly, oh my Lord, we almost got kicked out. We went to this Aqualand, and it's basically just a water park, basically. And we argued with the people with the lifeguards, and we literally argued with them. And there was this attraction that we wanted to go, and there was not enough floats. Like, you need to use like a float to go in there, and there was a queue to get the floats. There was a long queue to get the floats, like the floats, to get into the slides. And everybody, that day there was not fast passes, so you might have a bracelet saying you've got a fast pass, and if you have a fast pass, you can get a different colored float, which is red, and you can skip the queue and get in there. So nobody in there had a fast pass. So we were waiting for the blue floats to get into the slide, and there was a long queue. And this girl, the lifeguard, she was pointed there. She was pointing to the floats, to the red floats, and everybody moved to get the red floats. And I asked one of the persons, "Oh, can we get the red floats?" She goes, "Yeah, yeah, 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 you can get the red floats." So we went up, we got the red float, we went up to the slide, we waited in the stairs for the long queue. And all of a sudden, one of the lifeguard upstairs comes down saying, "Why have you not got red floats? You don't have a fast pass band or something." And I was like, the lifeguard downstairs told us we can get it. We can get the red float because there was a long queue for the blue floats, and there was not enough. There was a lot of red floats basically, and because there was nobody in there with a fast pass, it was just a massive. And she was like, "Oh, you can go." She pointed it, saying, "Oh, you can get the red floats." She didn't actually say it. She pointed it, but I wasn't sure, so I asked one of the people who were getting the red floats, saying, "Can we get the red floats?" And they said yes. And the lifeguard upstairs, she was like, "You can't get the red floats because you don't have a fast pass." And I was like, "Well, she told us we can get rid of the red float." And they were like speaking on the walkie-talkie, saying, "Oh, you told her to get the red float." And no, 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 no. So the lifeguard downstairs came storming upstairs with some attitude, really angry. "No, no, 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 no." She came downstairs. "No, no, no. I never told you this. I never told you to get the red float. Blah, 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 blah." And you know what's funny? She was directing her anger towards me. Like, I did not even care if she was shouting, she was giving me attitude. I don't care. But there were 6 people with the floats, with the red floats, and she was only speaking to me. And I was explaining to her, saying, "You told us to get the red float. You pointed it out." Saying, "No, no, I never told you this. I never told you that. No, 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 no." It was all a misunderstanding. But yeah, there was no need. I was just angry at the fact that they pointed just at me. And I just feel like it was giving like indirect discrimination. Like, it's a misunderstanding when the only ones in that got a red float. I feel like she was making it sound that we kind of sneaked in, but we didn't sneak in because there's 10 people with floats. By the way, this float are double float, so one float 2 people can get in. And am I using the right word? Float? I'm not really sure. But yeah. And there was more people with us that were having red floats. And she was just directing her energy towards us. She was like giving us attitude, saying with an aggressive tone of voice, "We need to get downstairs. No, 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 no. Blah, 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 blah. I did not tell you this." And she was just directing energy to me. And I was like, look at us and look at the rest. We weren't the only ones. Like, you told us this and I've never told you that. And later she called other people, all the lifeguards, and they were trying to kick us out, "Get downstairs." And I was like, "I ain't going downstairs, the hell." And my friend just swapped the red floor. She went downstairs and swapped it and just got a blue one. But they were still arguing with us, saying, "I never told you this, I never told you that." I just feel like they wanted to argue and they wanted to like win the case. It was all a misunderstanding, but I just didn't like the way they just directed to us when there were other people, about 8 people, 10 people in the same position as us, and they did not get told, "Get downstairs and get a red one. Get downstairs and get a blue one. Get downstairs, go downstairs. You're not allowed to be there. You're not a fast passer. No, 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 no." It was just only me, and I was like, "What the hell? Why are you directing your energy to me? There's more people. There's more people with a red float. Like, what the hell?" And the energy was a bit too much. Like, what the hell? What have I done to you? And I just did not like the way she spoke with me in an aggressive tone. At the end, we got a red float, a blue float actually, and we went to the slide. You know what's funny? We're speaking English throughout the whole conversation, and later when we went downstairs, they started slagging us off in Spanish. And obviously we recognized what they were saying. I was decided to argue with them again. We were so close to get kicked out, but we didn't. But we started arguing with them again. I was like, "Who are you insulting? Don't call me stupid. Don't call me dumb. I heard what you said." And they were like, "Oh, so you speak Spanish. Why did you pretend that you didn't speak Spanish then?" I was like, "You're going to tell me what language to speak. The fuck?" And we were back and forth arguing with them. Like literally, like we ended up putting a complaint at the end. I didn't know what was. Other tourists were like, I'm gonna put a complaint. This is not fair. They spoke to you really rudely. And I was like, I know they did. And I just feel like there was not a point. Like customer service in Spain and Majorca, I just felt it was shit. Every single customer point service was shit. The only customer service that I saw it was really, really good is the one in the hotel. They were 10 out of 10. But the rest of them, not shopkeepers, the lifeguards, no customer service. It is down, 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 down. Really bad. They should literally sack everybody and bring, I'm bringing stuff. Like the hell, like it was just so bad. Like the attitude, giving me a dirty look, arguing back and forth with me. Like no, I just didn't like it. And something about tourists, I just feel it's tourists in general. Like I just feel like they hate tourists and they will slide behind your back. And I think I didn't realize until today. I didn't went to Paris and I feel like um they were much nicer. I've met like one like little silly person, but apart from that, everybody was so nice, so helpful. And you know, when you don't understand the language, they will slag behind your back. And you know, I did really feel that when I went to Spain, because obviously I understood the language, I didn't know what they were saying behind my back, but that's how I felt. And you know, I just feel like the other tourists were there speaking English, not knowing what they were saying behind their back. And I was like, I guess it happens everywhere, the slagging behind your back. But oh, I just felt like they were doing too much. Like, I like literally, I went literally the end of the day. I was like, I ain't coming to this country again. I'm not coming to Mallorca. It's a lie. I probably will come again. But yeah, next time I'm thinking of speaking Spanish. It's not Spanish. Like speaking Spanish throughout the whole ride, throughout the whole time there, and see if there's any difference. And you know, pretend that I'm a citizen there, even though I am not. Well, I am a citizen, but I'm not a resident, if you know what I mean. Pretend that I'm a resident in that country, if you know what I mean, and see if the treatment is any different. Because this was a bit too much. How can I be arguing with someone? Like, what the hell? No, 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 no. And I think I've been really patient, actually, with them. Because I'm not an argumentative person. But, yeah. I feel like it's because I understood the language. That I understood the language. So I feel like I knew what they were saying behind my back. I feel like if I didn't understand the language, it wouldn't bother me. And obviously there were other tourists there and they were not bothered because they couldn't understand what they were saying. But yeah, I just felt that like they were really rude. Like, what do you lot think? Like, I don't know. I thought they were really rude. I'll go Spain again. Like, I'll go Mallorca again. But yeah, next time I really want to speak like full on Spanish and see if there's any difference. But yeah, oh fuck's sake, my lord. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Just wanted to let that out there. Put in the comments if you've been to Spain, what was the treatment, especially Mallorca if you've been. But yeah, I'll see you on my next video. Bye, and don't forget to subscribe.